Welcome to the Queen's Table Podcast. I am your host, Marissa J, and today we're going to talk about these Maui fires. We're going to also talk a little bit about Trump and his shenanigans, because he out here bullshitting, he out here wilding, y'all. So, anyhow, also, this is pre-recorded. Usually, I'll record my episodes like Wednesday night or like Thursday morning, and because usually that's when a lot of shit happens, but I'm probably going to be busy, so yeah, this is pre-recorded. So if anything ends up happening, I'm sorry. I might report on it next week, or like do like a YouTube channel or YouTube video about it. But anyhow, I know I can't say none of this shit on YouTube, so it is what it is. But okay, so these Maui fires. All right, let's take a step back. Okay, I know Hawaii's an island and it's like far away and all of that from like mainland land and all of that stuff. Okay, I get that. All right, cool, understandable. However, Maui was on fire for like, what was it, a day and a half, 2 days? How long Canada been on fire? Isn't Canada still on fire? Cause we still getting that shit. So are they still on fire? I just want to know. Are we still supposed to believe that they're on fire? Okay. Second of all, if you've seen those pictures, that shit, I'm gonna come right the fuck out and say it, y'all. That shit looks like a nuclear blast. I said it. I said it. That shit looked like a nuclear blast. Look at the pictures. Look at the pictures of the Maui wildfires and look at pictures of like Hiroshima circa 1940s. Okay? To just do a little comparison. It looks the same. It looks like that motherfucker was bombed. And I know that sounds like, oh, that's a wild and crazy conspiracy. Okay, all right. I would be less inclined to believe that if any of the alarms had went off, but none of them did. Oh yeah, there was no alarms to let anybody know that this shit was coming. They said, and then they said, okay, so also they want us to believe that these are fire tornadoes because of climate change. And it just hit Hawaii. Like, it skipped over Japan and all of that. It just hit Hawaii. But yeah, fire tornadoes. That's something else that we have to worry about now. Fire tornadoes. So now we got fire tornadoes and none of the sirens were going off. And it's like, okay, Marissa, the sirens didn't go off. So, that doesn't just scream conspiracy. That says coincidence. Oh, okay. All right. Well, how's about whenever Biden was asked, hey, do you have any comment? Do you want to say anything about these wildfires in Maui? He said, no comment. Got in the car and left. Go look it up. He said, no comment. Got in the car and left. Okay, maybe he was busy. All right, cool. Maybe he was busy. But now, all of a sudden, all of these Lahayan homeowners are getting random ass phone calls from these investors and from these realtors talking about, ooh, I'll buy up your land. I'll buy up your land for you. And it's really fucking gross. And you may be thinking, okay, Marissa, that happens after every natural disaster. Okay. Well, let's follow the money. Let's follow the money on that. Let's just follow the money on that. Where is it going to end up? So – keep an eye on it if you want to. Only the Red Cross is allowed to give them donations and stuff. Oh yeah, there was this one dude who had like 15 truckloads of shit trying to get in and give it to these people, and they were being turned the fuck away. Turned the fuck away. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's nonsense, y'all. It's nonsense. These realtors and stuff talking about, ooh, we'll buy up your house. You probably thinking, okay, Marissa, these are just lots of really, really kind of wild and out there coincidences. All right, so then tell me why the fuck Joe Biden just sent out a bunch of checks to them talking about, hey, here's some money to help you guys get through this unimaginable tough time. How much did he give them? $1,200? $1,600? Nah. He gave them $700. $700. And these these investors are up their asses trying to get their fucking land. All right, Marissa. So let's say that this conspiracy is true. What is the end game? Why would the government want to do all of this shit? It's already a state. Yeah, it's already a state. But they don't own the land. The government don't own land down there. Not like that. First of all, you got to be 51% Hawaiian, like born citizen, and got the heritage and all of that. You got the genes, 51% genes, in order to even buy land out there. So the government ain't got shit out there. The government has been wanting to do like these test cities, right? So like they'll structure a city to do like a certain kind of way or whatever, and they'll test it out in these areas around, around the United States. Well, a lot of people have kind of caught on to it because it's like, okay, y'all gonna come in. What if everything fucks up? What if it don't turn out to be the way that it needs to be? Then what? We just stuck? Because it used to be they wasn't buying up people's land. They were just like, ooh, we like the way that your city is kind of sort of structured, and we kind of sort of want the same thing. So this is what we're doing now. And the city or the town would be like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then if it ends up fucking up, I don't have any examples. I'm sorry. I don't have any examples. But you can Google it. You can Google it. So as soon as they finish, like the government's out and they don't provide like any assistance as to like keep that shit going. So then you get ghost towns, right? So it's like, okay, people don't want this shit. Not only that, people own their houses and they don't want to give that shit up. Investors have been trying to get land out there for the longest, and they're not letting it go. So now, all of a sudden, they said the same thing. They said that people was making up conspiracy theories about the whole Katrina debacle. That shit. Look into Katrina. I can't even get into that in this episode, but look into Katrina. That shit was manufactured. Okay? They did that shit on purpose. On purpose. And you look at that area today. Okay. All right. Anyways, so they doing this shit on the fuck purpose. They want to do they call it a 15-minute city. And they call it a 15-minute city because you can get pretty much anywhere in that city within 15 minutes. Doctor's appointment, to the gym, to your job, wherever, in 15 minutes. That's the promise of the city. I don't know how the housing is going to be. I don't know. I don't know. But it's a lot. It's a lot. And it's like, damn. We really just gonna let the government just fucking, damn, this is so blatant and in your face about it. Ooh. It's scary. Listen, I don't have any kind of way to donate to Hawaii. I don't know. I don't know. Please do not ask me because I have no idea. I've tried looking, and a lot of them come up to these like donation agencies that I can't verify if they're legitimate or not. A lot of them seem to be pretty fucking sketch. So I'm so sorry. I apologize, but I don't have anywhere for y'all to donate. I'm so sorry. If anybody knows anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, or if you know a way to donate into Hawaii, hit me up, let me know so I can tell people. Cause I don't know. I don't know how to do all of that. Moving on. Donald Trump, y'all's favorite president, Donald Trump. Donald Trump got indicted on RICO charges today. 41 felonies, 97 pages. He is one out of 19 people, including Rudy Giuliani, to have been indicted today. Today being Tuesday. So I'm looking up stuff about the indictment, and I come across, I'm going to link it in the description. I come across 1090J. I don't know if you guys rock with him, but he's rocking with y'all. So it's his tagline. Just go watch the video. But I don't know how this ended up in my feed. I really don't. But basically, Donald Trump, he did a video about how Donald Trump had a rally last week talking about how Fani Willis, the prosecutor that brought these charges up on Trump and Giuliani and everybody else, right? How she had it out for YSL Young Thug. He's like, listen, girl, listen. Yes, Donald Trump talking about Young Thug. So, y'all know that in Atlanta, the rap group YSL, all of the peoples, right? They are brought up on RICO charges. And part of it is involving the murder of a guy. I apologize. I don't know his birth name. I don't know his given name. The only name that I can keep coming across is highly inappropriate. I'm going to say it just this one time so y'all can know what to Google search. But it's Big Nut. I'm not saying that again. So anyways, this fella passed away. He was killed. He was murdered, right? And they saying that it was this group, okay? And that Young Thug had something to do with it, right? So apparently, the fella, the victim, was messing around, allegedly, was messing around with Miss Fani Willis. Now, I don't think that's true. Me personally, I don't believe that that's true. I think that there's Fanny knew the boy's mother. Okay, knew of the boy's mother, the fella, the victim that got murdered. She knew his mother, not necessarily him. They said that like he was cool with her or whatever, and it was kind of like an auntie nephew type of relationship or whatever. And it's like, okay, I can understand that, and I can also understand how people can blow that out of proportion as well. You know what I mean? Like, y'all don't always have to put something nasty on top of shit. Like, it could have just been what it was. But I can see how people will blow that out of proportion. And there's really no way to prove that you didn't have an affair with somebody that's deceased. Like that's really that's a wild thing to be accused of in the first fucking place. But then to not have any way to defend yourself on that. And it's like, I think Trump knew that these charges were fixing to come down the way that as hard as it did. So he wanted to get out in front of it and be like, yeah, she did this and she did that. So that way, once the indictment comes down, he could say, see, I told you, she got it out for me. I exposed the truth. Next thing you know, Trump's gonna be out there on the corner hollering about free young Thug. Oh my goodness, it's a mess. And the only thing, that I can keep thinking about is how Rome fell. The steady decline of the Roman Empire. And social politics got really wonky, and entertainment got really wonky. Their version of the media, that it got really out of control. And it's kind of like a little bit of a repeat. You take a look around, we're the newest nation, and we've the newest independent nation, and we've been a powerhouse for a really long time. And it's like, have we gotten too big for our britches? Is this shit about to explode? Is the bubble about to burst? Because then you look at stuff that's happening on a macro scale. We talked a little bit about this last week, how Niger, overthrew their fucking president, who was a French plant. Like, the French instituted him. He was a Western fucking plant. And things like that happen in order to keep society and capitalism running the way that it does in the West. But that's not necessary. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm saying things like that have to happen in order to have what we have here in America. Other people have to suffer. And in order for the 1%ers to have what they have here in America, the rest of us, the 99%, got to scrape and suffer and bleed and cry for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a cycle. And I think that a lot of outside governments are starting to realize it. Russia and China, they are all about some Africa right now. And Africa is not about us, because they're the ones that's getting fucked in the deal each and every time they fuck with the West. So, I don't know. It's just, I see how things are happening right now. The absolute state of decline. And it doesn't make me sad. It doesn't, make me feel any other kind of way other than, just step out of the way and let the rocks fall wherever they're going to fall. Because this is not it, you guys. This is a bit much. This is a bit much that we're all going through. And I feel like that, and I've been saying this for some years now on this podcast, but the American experience, it's over. It's over. I'm sorry. I think it's done. It's a wrap. But anyway, those are my happy thoughts for the day. Have a great and wonderful rest of your day. I'm not finna change up the outro. Bye.